Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frozen Mullen, and today we're continuing with more Evolve Lab. Now, yeah, so thank you much everyone for all the feedback as well as positive comments on the last video. Much appreciated. Interaction was a lot more than I was expecting, but no, I really appreciate all that. Mind you though, you gotta thank the developer because I think they've created something really interesting overall, and we're gonna go back in because one, I've been messing around in sort of the private bit as well, as well as also we're just going to learn everything possible by going into sort of all of this stuff as well. So, earlier on, I will like to correct myself as well, is the fact that basically, yeah, early on it's very simplistic in a way that it's going to be functioning and so on and so forth. Later on, it then starts to progress stuff and things like that. As sort of a new player to the game, and also very interested in how this game's going to progress overall, I thought it was a good idea for me as a new player coming to the game, one, to show off my first experiences, a lot of the stuff that going through and developing my understanding across a lot of things as well, hence why we're playing through all this again, and also kind of really show off the whole game all the way through, because one thing that I think a lot of places don't get enough credit is developing a way to allow people to understand a more complex process, a part of their game and everything. And then also just how good of a concept this game really has behind it. Like, it sounds simple to say it, but, you know, an auto-battler with an AI that fights for you in a way that you kind of program is something that should have been made ages ago. But I think they've done a really good job here. So we're going to go to our little second area. We're just going to jump in and see what we can do. So this time round, we get to select my team, which is kind of interesting. So we can now really start getting into that more complex area of like what is happening. Now these guys are the ones I haven't unlocked yet, which we can kind of go in. We can actually we can unlock the Great Squid, or we can unlock the Sea Butterfly. I mean, might as well unlock the Great Squid. We have it now, and it only moves up and down. Kind of cool. Really gives an idea of like different movement types, which is what I think is kind of the main thing that I probably would say is, if we're going for just like usability, new users, kind of be nice if that kind of is like explained earlier, or at least is aware of, just because I think if we're nitpicking on things, not having control is one of the most annoying things you can do in any video game. That's all, things like that. And if it's not explained straight away that the individual behaviors are based upon the monsters themselves earlier on, and they progress forwards, just in like a, how to say, a easy to digest way, it can be missed, which, you know, I'm an idiot, so I'm allowed to do that. So yeah, we're gonna try and do something here. So I'm gonna play our standard team with a Hexapus and Lanternfish, and we're gonna get an extra life, and we're just gonna try this out. And then we'll worry about the new ones. Should we worry about the new ones? Nah. Let's just jump in with the Giant Squid. Should we jump in with the Giant Squid? Okay, Giant Squid, and then we'll go with the Hexapus. Let's go. Elites. Let's go Elite. Always go Elite, because I am, like, the most annoying person anyway. And, yeah, let's jump in. From this point onwards, you can take multiple creatures and die with you on your dive. You'll still only send one creature into battle. Okay. Each creature will have its own DNA points, own private store, and the common store is shared between all. Very nice. I like how that functions. So this private store is all around, and this one is just, yeah. Hammer strike projectile. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Delay in action by half transition time. So this has got a longer transition time. This does not. Avoid movement. See, this is kind of what I was talking about, is like the ability to have more stuff appear and just know that there can be cleansing. That's going to be really useful. We've got that on things as well. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, my complex senses are tingling of just like, this is gonna get a little bit ahead of itself. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So, speed on this thing is just like whatever. Like, this could be like our tank play, I guess. And then we go for like this thing just to be like really kind of annoying. And we saw some really cool stuff in the last one. So, we're going to try and focus on that. So, Snuggly Tank. Snuggly Tank on this one? What are we going to go with? What is the main thing I want to function on here? Having a cleanse will be useful anyway. And then a void. Nah, I think we just go with the standard dash, then that. With the dash, just put a shield up as well for him. Yeah, that's going to be a lot better. Poison Cloud. Let's put a Poison Cloud in. Well, I mean, if we're doing a Poison Cloud, just add poison to it. Like, that just seems like a sensible thing, right? And then what we got here, Approach. And Grow. Unique. And the Child. On that one, I would like to probably gain it, like, attack and stuff, but I'm really thinking about this. Delay the use of action by half the transition time. Okay, so it delays it by half whatever is there. This has approach. Now, is this thing I really want to be approaching with things? Or do we want to, like, try this stuff out? Okay, so it does make you move towards them for a certain duration as well. Not like a dash, but it is a movement ability and it's unique as well. Let's do that then. Have the approach, have the poison in. I think that's like a really good idea. It's going to be just based on having damage, Poison Cloud. It will just sit there and it's Poison Cloud that moves around. And we'll keep doing that. And basically we're going to slowly approach them by producing lots and lots of Poison Clouds. That'll be the thing. Increase the duration of the selected current ability. Increase the size. Massive Poison Cloud. So this one's going to be my late game build. This is going to be my early game stuff. So, show next enemy. What are we doing? This guy. Okay, to combat. Choose who you think you'll perform best. The enemy, start the fight. If you lose, only the creature of the fort will be left behind. Cool! So, if this loses, we still get to play with this one. This, I like that idea. I really do. My Snuggly Tank. But yeah. Man, that's really frustrating. Okay. So we lost our life. Okay, that's annoying. Trying to figure out all the mechanics and stuff. That is... Okay, so it doesn't work the way I want. So yeah, you have to try and beat it in the way that you think you can. Okay. That's one weaken to action. That is kind of the whole point. The action spawns at a random position. Seems kind of cool. Mine. Damage. Cool. Cool. I'd probably like to get this thing some more shielding. Like, the more shielding this has, the better off I think I'm going to be. And having it keep slowly make its way inwards is going to be a good idea. Surprise. Action bounce. Does he add the bounce to this? Do we need anything else? Increase the size of the currently selected action. That's kind of what we want. Like, making it really big is going to be a thing. Increasing the damage is kind of whatever, but making it, like, unavoidable. Oh, does this increase the size by 2? Cool. Now what I'm going to do here. Ooh, shuriken, fragile. But no. We want the strength of my snuggly tank to be increased. You also want him to move again a little bit quicker. So it's just going to try and keep moving in, and then we just go other stuff. So to combat, let's figure this out. Let's figure it all out. What's this? Plant. HP 4, projectile. Huh. Very interesting. Let's test this out. I want to find out all the new stuff and all the things, because, like, my brain really needs to figure all this out, you know? You say you only move up or down, why do you keep coming back? Tools and explanations on what they actually mean when they say certain things, right? Okay, let's continue. Okay, so that one now is gone, I assume, like forever, and I can't use it. That's annoying. Fair enough. Let's put the shield down. Another tentacle. And that's to combat. And fight. I mean, we did take elites, right? We did take elites. We're figuring stuff out as we go along. Okay, at least we're not, like, completely dying and everything else as well. We're gonna figure this game out. That's what we'll do. Let's just go with average. Not that one, that one. Let's continue. Okay, so now this is now gone permanently. We're figuring stuff out. We're figuring stuff out. Strong, seems like a good idea. Brutal. Increase size of creature, traits, and transition by that. Longevity, all your actions have +1 duration. Battering ram. Colossus, one speed grade increased creature, all your actions are +2 size, increase the transition time. And spiral, increase size of your bubbles over time. That'd be nice to know. I think we just go strong. The extra HP and attack, or do we just go with brute? I think the brute is fine, actually. Kind of works in the same way that I want it to anyway. Now, what are we thinking on here? Increased energy you don't care about, so it might be worth just re-rolling that. I don't care anything except that has the dash, so let's put the dash down. Next up, we just need to have a dash in the other bits as well. I also want, like, my attacks as well. Or, like, more shielding and stuff, so let's try and see if we can get that. Now, let's increase my health then. And it's fine. Not much else we can do, except just jump straight in. Let them fight. Ah, the classics. So cleanse is going to be an important thing, which we will have to figure out as well. So that's the next thing I want to have a look at. We get a good cleanse. Nullify, what does this do? Spawn a nullifying zone during the action. Depletes all enemy actions with energy tag upon colliding with them. Removes all enemy shields on collision. Interesting. That's actually kind of good. That will stop them having, like, shielding and stuff, which is kind of like one of the bigger things I'm going to have to watch out for anyway. So we must get that now. And then I think we just go with, like, tentacle. Or do we start getting some boomerangs in? Because that's also the other thing that we're going to need is, like, some range items. Let's do that. To combat. Ah, the good old classical What's of Children. Doesn't matter if you get one shot. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the amount of depth this game does actually have, plus the fact that now there's like certain things for countering stuff. Like there is so much more behind this than I originally thought, and I'm loving that. And the fact that it kind of like builds in a way that it seems natural, because yeah, like all this stuff, sure, I would be overloading, right? Trying to understand all of this and what you can do, what's going to be like the best thing, like the avoids and stuff. I still think maybe just like the understanding of like what these things do only moves up and down, but then when I've got the approach, you move towards them part of the duration. This doesn't mean that my thing moves back, so I don't know if that's an issue with the giant squid or things like that. But yeah, if I'm thinking I'm approaching, I'm thinking of slowly like commanding the area more than anything else. But again, you know, that's just, again, that might be me nitpicking as a new person that's kind of like starting to play the game and everything else and really get into it. But with anything like this, just basic descriptions are very important. Increase speed. Do I increase my speed? Increase my speed could be a good idea as well. Though, I do need more attacks and stuff. Let's put the tentacle in. Tentacles everywhere. Go with our classic build. Just having a lot of HP really does matter. And you gotta make sure that you do actually end up like hitting your opponents. Ooh, lots of randoms. I guess we'll do that one. We might have to win those. Okay, healthy, which is their charge, is not what we want. Ninja actually could be useful. Longevity for increased duration of my actions. Juggler, whenever an action loses a bounce stack, it double its damage. Interesting. And nourish. I do like all of these, but we've got a reroll, so let's reroll and see what we can find. A wind up. After the last state gains stats, which is strength, speed, and energy. Proximity, your actions with the surprise module spawn close to the enemy. Interesting. And spiral for like bubble type attacks and more energy and HP. I got a good amount of strength. Wind up would mean like longevity wise we're like sorted, and I have to really focus on like HP and surviving. Right? Yeah, let's do that. Like once I go through all this, then at least then we're going to start gaining more and more things, right? I can just then focus on like the other side of stuff as well. So let's pick up a tentacle because that's going to be useful. I need to increase my strength, health actions, increase the current duration of an ability. I think the duration of the nullify will be quite useful if we want to increase that. Is there anything else that we want? Delay, adds poison. I think the poison on the boomerang actually might be the thing we need just to help out. Start the fight. There we go. Okay, yeah, so this one is one where, so the main one is this, the second one is that. We're learning stuff. This is what I mean where it's like, you know, just read the tutorial. Insert meme of like, that won't stop me, I can't read. I am like the whole market behind that sort of stuff where it's just like, oh yeah, okay. The guy just doesn't pay any attention to any of the hints and stuff we show them all the way through and just like blitzes through it all. So true, so true. Anyway, what else are we thinking now? Actually some targeting on that could be pretty useful. We got a tentacle and everything. I would like to have more shielding though. The shielding will just be useful. I could put Poison Cloud in as well. That's probably not a bad idea. Just because that will also help out with, like, the plan. But I don't know, like, we're really focusing on, like, offense. And a hammer projectile. Deletes with the slid tag. That seems actually pretty good. Might as well then throw a hammer in there. It's hammer time, baby. Okay, we got defeated, we got defeated. We're learning though, we're learning about the game. That is the main point. Cool, we got it down to 7 anyway with that guy. Okay, so it only counts towards the first one, I assume? Haven't got enough to unlock that yet. Cool. Let's continue. Let's go back into this place. So, my first one is whatever. So we're going to take the giant squid as the first one. And I guess we will just take another giant squid. Just take lanternfish. Yeah, have to let me know like what the best course of action is. Is it to just take the same thing, or should I just like, you know, not bother with that and then do something separate? Let's take the same thing. I want to learn about more of the giant squid. Let's go. Random, dangerous, and ooh. Dangerous. Let's go. Live life dangerously. Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 strength. Hammer is going to be kind of useful because we're going to need, like, range attacks anyway. Having some spikes could be nice just to kind of, like, keep myself defended and then be somehow increasing their duration. Would also be a good idea. One with poison. See, I like the idea of the poison, but this doesn't, like, really put them, like, around everywhere and stuff. And the poison seems to be, like, really random. But, like, the more of them you have, the better off it's going to be. So let's go for fun. We'll do fun on that one. See, like, approach seems interesting. Strength, dash. I think the dash is kind of nice to keep myself moving around, right? It's like the last thing that you want to be doing. My question is, like, if I put that and that, I want to do something else. So let's just throw the hammer in first. That's the one thing I want. Right. Does the hammer have a health? No, it does not. So it's just a solid object. Increase the speed of the selected action. Increase the strength of the current selected action. Adds a weakening. Approach. Spikes. Avoid and mines. Fragile energy. Interesting for the mines. Avoid unique movement. What does that actually do? Moves away from the enemy for the duration of the action. Okay. So another way to kind of like, I will stay away from you if I can do. Yeah, so this is where I say like things like avoid and approach should probably be like base level behavior stuff that they kind of do every so often with certain monsters and stuff. But yeah. That's just me and my simple monkey brain trying to figure out like what am I trying to do here and go through every last little thing. Really kind of in-depth guide on like, well, not guide, but like really in-depthly focus on like what I want to do. I think we'll just put us some spikes then. Movement strength. I guess we'll do that, and then we'll also put that in there. Some spikes. Let's go. So this guy's got a range attack, which is obviously going to hit me, and a shield, which he'll just move up and down for. Right. So I could just put in my poison guy, and let's just fight. See what happens. let's just, like, hope, like, maybe these clouds will eventually go near them. Learn how to ruin stuff, right? Classes as a victory. Sudden death. Yeah, so that's what I mean by, like, having, like, just a bit more extra behavior on that will stop stuff like that happening. Funny, interesting that I face one of those. Technically, if I don't have a proper thing, like, things, I could actually, like, get myself soft locked. So you have to wait until the end of the game. Funny. So yeah, so this is like approach stuff. Shielding would be a good idea to have on this thing as well, or just bubbles. Let's go bubbles, actually. I think the idea of, like, defensive options can be really useful. Right? And like having the children as well also would be a good idea. Bubbles, children, and then just, like, summon lots of stuff. Right? Now, this does work on strength as well, so there could be reasoning for that. But we're going energy-based with this one, I think, in the long run. So that could be a bit more focus. Add the creature as the creature's energy to the action of this damage. This counts as having the energy tag. Interesting. So we could put it on that if we wanted to. And increase the size, speed, attack, health. On this, I think, like, the action speed, plus also, like, the size of it is a good idea. It's increased on that. Now we move on to this one. What have we got here? Grow, poison, child, boomerang. Let's just check a boomerang. Approach. I would like the energy on that, to be honest. Should have picked it up there, but... And let's reroll the shop. Tentacle, more boomerangs. So this is kind of where it's like, poison. Increase damage, increase health. Does it have health? Is fragile? No. I've got my poison hammer. That's all we need. Grow. No energy base. Let's just get another boomerang then. And look at that. It's a combat. So this guy looks like he's just going to summon lots of different things and a poison cloud as well with some tracking. Let's see what happens if we got my Danger 2 monster. Yeah, you need tracking on the poison clouds. Okay, we're learning stuff. We're learning stuff. That is nice to know. So I was thinking, like, there's got to be something that I'm missing on that, really. Right? Let's shove a random teleport on that as well. I think that's a really good idea. Don't have tracking on this, which is very disappointing. I would like to have tracking, but anything else we need to worry about, we'll take that on there. Give myself some energy. This has already got energy on it. Do we get the child energy? The child now has energy. Does more damage. Cool. Figuring out what works is going to be interesting. The plant. The plant is an energy projectile as well. Interesting. I like having shields. Shields seem really useful unless you, like, get the one thing as a shield counter. And then just, like, more boomerangs, I guess. Improved aim on my hammer. Let's go. This guy. Let's just fight the first one. So close. We are learning. We are learning in the most terrible way possible. Average, let's go. Wind up, interesting, nourished. You do technically have things that are alive on the tag. Colossus. Reactions have +2 size. Let's go. Make everything I do completely an annoyance. Increase health of my creature would seem great. Increase strength, hammer, delay. That was delay stuff. We'll have more hammers and things. Like, I just need more poisony stuff if we can get it, or more projectiles. Fragile projectile, nullify. Gets +2 on size. More poison cloud. No. So we know, we figured out that poison clouds need tracking. That is the one thing they need. So let's go. Just teleports to the middle of the map. There we go. Like, done. How fun. The unique move of teleport just puts me in one particular place. Cool. Okay. Health actions, poison cloud. I think it's like that is probably good enough. Like, I mean, it didn't need that many. You just need like at least some that do the tracking, right? Next up then is like my defensive options. So, like stuff that's going to make sure that I stay alive is the next thing. Yeah, I really need to figure out about all this. Some tracking on that. Okay. Okay. I need to go back to bare bones basic on this. So let's try it, shall we? Who cares? We managed to complete that one as well with the giant squid. This is a lot more in-depth than I originally thought it was. Right? Which is good. It's good. It's a shame that it doesn't kind of really explain a lot of that, like kind of the get-go, which I think can almost like be a bit of an off-putting thing straight away, right? Okay, energy projectile. Piercing projectile seems really good. Do that. I'm going to give it the bounce because I like it having bounce, to be honest. Like, because it just stays around for ages anyway, so it bouncing around is going to be pretty useful. This already has the energy bonus on it. I mean, it could give it more. Or just to give it another one. Tracking is kind of what I want on these as well, maybe. No, the tracking doesn't work with these. That's another thing. I like remembering what works with what. And a mine. Do these have tracking? No, they do not. Oh, they do. They do. They move when something gets close to them. So there is a reason for me to have mines as well. Okay. So, in this case, don't care about energy. We do care about movement speed, but size could be another thing as well. Nullify. Boomerang. Surprise. Well, I'm thinking, like, get a couple of energy orbs in as well. Just so we're doing something every turn. And we put that there. And I think maybe fire, like, another one here. So that one done. What have we got on this one? Ooh, shielding. And mines. Let's go plant, and mines, and just like really invest into like having like stuff we're just going to summon consistently. The speed, damage. Yeah, I was to say that's not showing up with the symbol on there. Interesting. What are we playing against? We're playing against this. He's throwing a hammer. We've got either those things, which is moving up and down with, so that's kind of pointless. We can use this guy because he's got the aiming. stuff. That is the main thing we care about. I'm just gonna die to a hammer. Oh, never mind. The bubbles saved me. The bubbles are awesome. We can work around that. Let us continue. Let us continue. Some extra health on my creatures actually could be really good, and I really should focus into that. But the extra energy is going to be really good on this one anyway, and some shielding would be nice. If we go on to this one, what do we got? Some poison, and we have tracking. So yes, that's just a bare bones basic thing I want anyway. This guy, I think a teleport is going to be kind of important. So let's put a teleport in. Some shielding would be nice as well. Don't have any more tracking, which I really would like, so let's put a shield down. And let's put that down, just so we have something else. Playing something that is going to avoid my stuff, spawn HR with just a bunch of bonuses, and teleport randomly. If that's the case, you can suffer the wrath of my guy that literally summons stuff on repeat. So a guy that basically is focusing on basically just being very defensive and summoning stuff to kind of deal with my opponent's things. And then we also have one guy that's going to be focusing on just causing nightmarish problems by just being offensive in the choices that they make. So, another teleport would not be bad. Let's put that teleport there. I do like more teleports. I could give this one more HP. That kind of be a good idea, maybe. But I think we just got to keep up with just like shielding stuff and going from that at the moment. And then put some more projectiles down just so we have that sorted. And the other guy we'll be doing here. More shielding, I think, is just going to be good overall, right? Like 2 sets of shielding. Maybe even go with on the plants just so we can like really ramp that out. Yeah, why not? And we're fighting against something that is going to be growing, giving me spikes. So at this point, like, I don't really want to keep going next to them if I can avoid it. And I want poison on there because I think, like, the spikes will stop a lot of my stuff, I think. And I might run into them. So, okay, Mellow Copper, let's go. Use that tracking poison that you've got. That's the main thing, is like attaching that poison onto things is the main thing I want. There we go. It's all about the poison. Let's take the harmless people. Let's actually be smart about it and try and build something up that we can really use. Ninja. Decrease size, increase transition time. The gnome, HP, gritty, decreases creature size. All your actions have -2 size. Hybrid. Battering ram we don't really use. And spiral, increase the size of your bubbles over time. Spiral seems great. I will take that for this guy, because he's all going to be all about the bubbles anyway. This one, though. Ninja seems really useful. Right? Because I'm smaller and harder to hit, as well as also, like, all this stuff will happen more often. Right? So, yeah, ninja. I shall take the ninja. And then I don't want to teleport with this one. I want to kind of like hold my ground as such. And okay, Brave Rex, what have we got with you? Another teleport. Let's take that then. We've got that. Tracking on some of these would be pretty useful. Between the teleport. Don't need the mine for this. I think more shielding being built up over time could be useful as well. Guess we'll do that, and then we'll do the other shot. Just like have more stuff to work on. Now, thought process with this one. If I've got the shielding and we're summoning a bunch of stuff, I want to summon more stuff. Right? So we want more mines and things like that. Start spreading some of this stuff out a little bit. Do we want any more buffs? Strength on this doesn't really matter either. The duration, the currently selected thing. Okay, so increasing the duration of my poison cloud might be useful. So let's do that. Right. This does not have a duration, which is fine. Its tracking is already on, so I don't need to give it more tracking. Don't know how that would function either. Its damage, though, I could energize it, which would actually kind of be useful as well, just to make sure that we all are scaling with energy. Same with this, but I think that's already got it on there anyway, right? Yeah. Although increasing the health of it could be cool, kind of cool. You get this opportunity to do that. Shield doesn't do anything, plant doesn't do anything, and the mine also has the energy bonus. I guess it's just give me a shield then. Yeah. And what are we facing up against? Someone else is also doing poison. And summoning stuff. So I guess we do this one instead then. Yeah, I think I lost here. Like, I can't hit that guy, like, whatsoever. That's annoying. Okay, so if I'm doing the annoying, but I need the tracking and stuff on them, otherwise I'm gonna have, like, problems. I'm maybe getting some, like, poison as well for stuff like that to keep avoiding things. Increase health. Just do it on you first, so you got the health extra. And then you also maybe having one more of these. More summons. More summons. This one, on the other hand, bubbles, tracking. Like, tracking's important. I need to have that on some stuff, otherwise I'm going to have issues as well. So let's do that. This is random. Let's put tracking on that as well and see what happens. Go with boomerang that's all poison, that's also got shielding. Summoning stuff could be interesting to stop it all. Boomerangs are all fragile, so lots of firing and that could work in my favor. Let's do that then. I was gonna say, I teleport right next to them instantly. This is where the teleport can be really annoying. Okay. More summons. More summons. I think more shielding. Like, slowly gaining shielding, I think, is always worth it anyway, because it's extra HP for you and stuff, isn't it? I need this one just to survive, so that's why the HP is more important, I think. This one... Oh, let's get more of those. More shots being fired. Interesting, interesting, interesting. The other thing I'm thinking of is snapshotting a thing? Right? So, like, if I put the plant in this part of the phase, will that mean it'll always have the extra 6 damage, or when it goes back to this phase, I lose it instantly? That's one question my brain is now thinking about as well. right? It's not a massive thing, but it's kind of important. Does that summon a plant projectile, not a bubble? Energy orb. I got my bubbles. My bubbles will keep getting bigger the longer they stay around, so it's kind of worth having those. I'm kind of interested in figuring that out, so let's put those down in this area. So they basically do more damage as well. And we have a plant that we end up summoning. And this is summoning at small children with tracking, sudden appearances to surprise me. The usual malarkey. So let's play with my anti-children strap. Create up a defensive perimeter. You can weaken me all you want. We will slowly whittle you down over time. The setup is real. Good old Mellow Copper. You know what you're doing. Do the average again, shall we? Okay, Mellow Copper, what do you need? Charge, extra HP, and also some energy rating, which will help out a lot of stuff that I'm already using. So that will give like the plants a lot more. But I really don't care about the poison cloud being used a lot. Greatly decrease creature size. Nourish, which will actually help the plants out with extra health as well, so they survive a little bit longer. And Brute, which you don't care about. So, first of all, I think Ninja on this guy might be good. Something like Charge is just like way too good to pass up on this one with all the amount of damage and stuff that I can force out as well. Okay, we're taking Charged on him. Like the Spiral and that I think are really good. On this one, Mellow Copper is summoning Thingy Mabobby, so this having an extra, a bit of HP, so 6 to 10 is like really good. Oh, 8. Plus 1 size as well, but not that really matters, you know. Size doesn't matter. So what are we going for on this? More shielding is just to get, you know, important thing. Another mine would be nice as well. And increase duration, increase HP of something. Give something more energize. Let's do that. Let's give the energy rating to my poison cloud, so at least it'll do a little bit more damage if we want it to. This guy has got more bubbles, so let's get more bubble stuff. I do like bubbles. More shielding as well. Pick that up there. And... delay at a bounce. Has 2 bounces. I like it. So what we got here, someone that is doing shielding and then loads of shurikens at the end of it all. Well, if he's waiting that long to settle that up, let's actually set up instead. Oh, come on, really? Okay, we lose again here. Man, now that was a real quick loss. No, Mellow Copper, you worked so well. That's the way things go, unfortunately. Not the way I wanted it to, but yeah. Piercing projectile. Let's add a bounce to that. That is the best thing I can do. Increase action size. Everything has this is randomly shooting something, so let's put that down as well. For another shot on something. Increase my speed. Health doesn't matter, although keeping the plant alive could be good, so increasing that's health. And do we just want more stuff I fire? I think so. Or increase the size like my energy projectile. Let's increase the size of that energy projectile. Let's go. So see what we can do. Bouncing projectiles. Summoning lots of random stuff. This just sounds like a great idea. More bubbles. Let's put more bubbles down. That's always worthwhile. Tracking, again, is also another thing we would like. So let's focus on getting some of that. I'll just give myself more HP. I think more HP. Increase the size of that again. Or the action surprise at a random position. That could be funny. And also work in my favor as well. But like it having maybe poison would be another better option. Just so because that'll increase the damage output of it a little bit better. Increasing the plant's HP again could also be something. And the surprise action on it actually is kind of cool. Like allowing it to spawn randomly would be a lot better. Never mind, that was quick. Let's take harmless. Let's try and get as far as we can with this one, just so the fact that we're not being taken advantage of. Charged, again, could be cool. Ninja, reducing the time of all this happening would be really good. Nourish doesn't really work. Pacifist, half all damage that everything takes. But I get plus 4 HP. Dwarfism. My actions have -2 size, and spiral to increase all my bubbles again. Yeah, I think charge is like really good. The extra energy is going to be really useful. The speed would be nice, and the reduction of this happening like really fast, but it might be too fast at that point. So charged it is, double charged. Give me a bubble. I want poison if we've got it, but we don't. So I guess you're just getting into the bounce then. Seems sensible enough. And do we want to put tracking on something as well? Like tracking on this, maybe? Or do we just go with more bubbles for, like, saving my backside? I think more early bubbles can be really useful. Let's go with that. Osi, what was that? I just saw a tentacle go mad. This is what I mean. Like, this is the point where it's like someone creating something ridiculous is just like absolutely hilarious, right? Give me more HP. That's a good idea. Increase the duration, increase the health, or make it summon randomly. Yeah. I think we probably... Like, I think I got enough teleportations, so I don't need to do too many more on them, so they're fine on that. Increasing duration and stuff seems kind of... yeah. Actually, delaying the teleport could be interesting. Let's try that out. Work with a delay in my teleport. Yeah, okay, that's kind of really good. Yeah, walk into those bubbles. That early delay is actually really useful. I have to remember that for like late game stuff and things like that, and like see what I can do with it. But I think needs to summoning more bubbles early is going to be important, plus getting some extra high defense, although poison. Because I've been saying I want poison, this just to deal that extra bit of damage because it'll add up. Plus it'll poison everything it goes through as well, so that's kind of like, you know, a good idea. And then, yeah, I guess we just like stack more of these bubbles like straight away. Like on the first guy, like lots of bubbles being summoned immediately seemed like a good idea for me. I am the evil bubble man. Random, elite. Let's just go those random ones. What do we want this time round? Wind up doesn't really happen that much. All actions being longer doesn't really matter. HP adds a new state at the end of the state machine. The state has transition during this creature has +10 strength and gets +10 energy. Interesting. Pacifist seems terrible. Let's reroll. Venom. Plus 4 HP. Double the tick rate of poisons and living actions. I assume that means these plant projectiles will happen twice more often. That could be good. Your actions with surprise module spawn close to the enemy creature. No, we don't really care about that either. I don't have enough poison for this to be warranted, but it'd be pretty good. More energy, though, would seem pretty much ideal. Wind up would be kind of cool. Swift, we don't care about. Spiral. I would love to take it. I really would. It's 4 HP, so let's take it. Double spiral, double charged. This is gonna be a dumb thing. That bouncing around seems a great idea. Oh, let's increase its speed as well, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Increase that thing's speed. It does a lot of damage and pierces through stuff, so it's like kind of more like my main projectiles with all this thing going on, right? And then, like, I could get like something like this, like a piercing projectile added on as well. If we kind of think that's a good idea. Or we just do the plant and add poison to that, but that's a bit late. Like, it's not really that necessary. I am really thinking about this. I am really, really thinking about this. Let's just reroll these to see what else we get. Teleport, that. And avoid. I think avoid is pretty good. So we have random teleports and avoids in here as well. Well, let's see how this goes. Takes ages. Those bubbles are becoming massive. Look at that. I'm liking that. Like, longer fights are just ridiculous. And this will just help me make sure that I can get through random stuff with the Pierce. Right? Obviously, the Nullify and things will not work to my advantage. But then there's, like, other things like to get, like, a Poison Cloud with tracking on it as well for the same reasoning. The Avoids actually work really cool. And I love the delay on the teleport immediately. That really does muck up a lot of people's strategies, I think. Which is good, I guess, for me. Increase duration, increase my speed. Do I want anything on this? Nothing really screams out to me like I exactly want that. But then again, like, teleporting as well on delay here could be good. Because it just throws off some of the timings and things when people use their actions. So if anything matches mine, it kind of like throws things off a little bit. Some mines could be useful as well, though, for things that do want to try and, like, chase me down. Or do we want to, like, really heavily invest into more bubbles? I think we want to heavily invest in more bubbles, don't we? A Nullify shield could be pretty good as well, though. But that's essentially what my bubbles are. Or more shielding. I do want more shielding, like, it is kind of, like, important to a certain point as well. Action speed of that. Take more speed on this thing. It's going to whizzing across, it's going to bounce everywhere, like, this is the whole point of this thing. And is that size increase? Yes, it is. Let's get to make it even bigger. Size 2. Ooh. Someone's got spikes and lots of arms. Let's go. So that's the main thing I want, is that, is that poison. I need more health, though. We need more health, so we've got to focus on that as well. If we get more health up, we'll be going to be pretty good. Increase the energy of the current sector. Okay, more damage would also be a good thing. But... bubble. And then... Just get this shielding here. No, we might as well stack it up earlier if we can. Extra shielding early on is going to be more important to get the setup going. Lots of nullify stuff. Interesting. These... There we go. You got poison on you. You're going to slowly start taking damage. Look at these bubbles. Like, once it gets going, the bubbles protect me from everything, which is kind of funny. Let's do some randoms. They seem fine. What am I going for here? The exact thing I wanted, healthy. I think that's the only thing that makes a difference here. I mean, charge will also be pretty good. That's more damage and stuff, which will really help me out in, like, dealing with things. Is healthy like that good, though? Nah, I guess scaling damage. Like, that's one thing I keep moaning about, isn't it? We're going to put you there. Get you scaling. And then put that there. Let's go to combat. This guy is someone who throws lots of hammers. Cool. I could have really lost there. I could have really lost. That's kind of hilarious. I am the bubble man. That's all I care about. So I think now we need to start looking at like nullifying stuff and increasing its duration a little bit, maybe. That could be a good idea. Increase the size of this again. Like lots of cleanses and nullifiers and stuff would be kind of like a good idea to have. Just because they're going to like stop a lot of things from being problems as such. Also, like adding more poison to that would be a good idea. Let's do that. I know it doesn't happen enough, but it's important enough that it keeps going like that. I literally got stuck. Let's speed it up. We got defeated. We got defeated. It's a shame. Depth 17 though with both of these. That is really, really good. Yeah, I'm really liking this game. It's a lot to kind of take in, and I'm working my way around it as well. So my brain is sort of like ticking over on repeat to try and be like, okay, what do I need to do? Like, how am I functioning on here? Unlocking the extra area could be a good idea as well, but we'll unlock this one for the next time round, and we'll sit on that. So yeah. I mean, that's more of a continued look with this on this game. I'm going to be posting more of this because I'm actually kind of like really enjoying it as well. And I'm going to probably spend a little more time in depth, probably playing more of it, unlocking it, and kind of like really going through ideas and builds and what I think. I said I am becoming literally the guy that plays auto battlers but is terrible at them. So why not lean into it? Again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.